The M41 Walker Bulldog, a light tank that earned its place in history through speed, firepower, and adaptability, remains a subject of military interest even in 2026. Though originally developed in the late 1940s and entering service in the early 1950s, its legacy continues, with restored versions featured in museums, private collections, and even in military training simulations. The M41's enduring relevance speaks to the robust engineering and strategic foresight behind its creation. Named after General Walton Walker, who was killed in the Korean War, the M41 was designed to replace the aging M24 Chaffee. The U.S. Army needed a vehicle that was faster, more powerful, and better suited for modern mechanized warfare. Cadillac, a division of General Motors, developed the prototype, and mass production began in 1951. Weighing around 23.5 tons and powered by a Continental AOS 8953 six-cylinder gasoline engine, the M41 could reach speeds up to 45 miles per hour, 72 kilometers per hour, making it one of the fastest tanks of its era. The M41's armament consisted of a 76mm M32 main gun, 8.50 caliber Browning M2 machine gun on the turret roof, and a 7.62mm coaxial machine gun. This combination allowed it to engage both enemy armor and infantry with surprising effectiveness for a light tank. The tank's four-man crew, commander, gunner, loader, and driver, benefited from a relatively spacious interior, which improved operational efficiency in combat scenarios. The M41 saw extensive service throughout the Cold War, although it never played a dominant role in large-scale conflicts like the M48 or M60 series of tanks. It was a key asset in many regional engagements. It first saw combat in the Vietnam War, where its speed and agility were appreciated in reconnaissance and support roles, though its relatively thin armor made it vulnerable to anti-tank weapons. Nonetheless, in the dense jungles and narrow roads of Southeast Asia, its mobility made it a valuable tool for both the United States and the South Vietnamese forces. One of the M41's most enduring legacies is its international service. The United States exported thousands of these tanks to allies across the world, including Brazil, Taiwan, Thailand, and South Korea. Some of these nations continued to operate upgraded versions of the M41 well into the 21st century, with modernization programs improving everything from fire control systems to armor protection and engine performance. Taiwan, for instance, developed the M41D variant, which included a diesel engine, modern fire control, and laser rangefinders, demonstrating the tank's adaptable design. Even in 2026, the M41 remains a focal point in discussions about military engineering and armored vehicle doctrine. Military historians and enthusiasts alike continue to study the M41 for its blend of speed, firepower, and mechanical simplicity. Its presence in military museums and reenactments, along with appearances in films and video games, keeps the spirit of the Walker Bulldog alive for new generations. Modern military academies often use the M41 as a case study in the evolution of armored warfare. Its introduction marked a significant shift from the World War II design philosophy that prioritized heavy armor over speed. In contrast, the M41 embraced mobility and precision, foreshadowing the maneuver warfare doctrines that would dominate NATO strategies during the later Cold War years. Restored M41s are now prized among collectors and military history preservationists. The tank's relatively small size and gasoline engine make it more accessible than heavier, more complex armored vehicles. Events like tank rallies and military fairs frequently showcase operational Walker Bulldogs, with some modified for safety and fuel efficiency. These living relics allow spectators to witness a piece of history in motion, offering a tangible link to the technological innovations and strategic thinking of the mid-20th century. In the broader context of armored vehicle development, the M41 symbolizes the transition between the World War II-era tanks and the more advanced, electronically integrated systems that define today's armored forces. Though obsolete on the modern battlefield, it holds a vital place in the lineage of military vehicles. In 2026, more than 75 years after its introduction, the M41 Walker Bulldog remains not just a machine of war, but a symbol of innovation, adaptability, and the enduring legacy of 20th-century armored design.